west of 49 Highway. So westbound on Red Ridge, west of 49 Highway. And this is about the closest look that we've gotten at this man. We don't know much about him besides that he's wearing a gray sweatshirt. We do know that there's nobody in the passenger seat. I can't speak to if there's somebody in the back seat. However, it doesn't appear so because at times this man has abandoned the car and gotten out and ran away and came back, and we have seen nobody else exit the vehicle. Extremely high speeds, though, here. It's tough to say just how fast, but you would think much over 80, maybe even pushing 100. He slowed down a little bit, and now he's back onto the going the opposite way of traffic. So you can see many cars are pulled over to the side if they're paying attention and can see him coming their way, but others just go right by him. And here we go, another truck that he just passed. So we haven't seen police cruisers or cars anywhere near him besides about 50 yards away is what my estimate would be the last time we saw a police cruiser. And that's because they need to keep their distance. You just saw there for yourself how dangerous this is and how high of a rate of speed he is going. And man, he is coming close to those cars when he passes them as well. But just look right now at your screen at how, and there's a police cruiser right behind him. But just look right now at your screen how snow-covered those yards are and how snow-covered that grass is. It has not kept him or deterred him from traveling through it at all. And his truck is the main reason why he can do that, because if he was in a car, this chase, I would say it's safe to say it would have ended long ago. But here we are going on an hour and 20 minutes. This is just off of Montgall and Red Bridge in Kansas City, Missouri. So we're back to Casey Mo, where this began at 57th and Wayne. Not the same area, but back in the city limits. And now he's going on a back road of some sort. I'm not even sure you could call this a road, but definitely in some terrain in a heavily wooded area. There's a roadway, but you can still see it's covered in snow. Not an easy situation to navigate, especially at the speeds that he is going. Here we are at what I would assume is an apartment complex, townhomes of some sort. You can see police or regular cars just parked along the way. Oh, he's out. Again, he is out. It seems that he didn't put, did he just get, I believe he just tried to take another vehicle. He just carjacked somebody. So to the left, what you just saw is the truck that he was in. He just carjacked somebody taking a very similar looking truck. So this situation has just intensified right now. He is now putting people in direct danger by coming up to them and carjacking them, telling them to get out of the car. So this white pickup, to clear up any confusion, is a new white pickup. This is not the white Nissan anymore. He has carjacked somebody. You saw the man then get out of the car and not know what to do, but the car went away. It didn't appear that that man did get hurt, thankfully. But there's another man that just was in a roadway. And here you can see police officers throwing what I'm guessing are stop sticks. You can see trying to stop him in any way that they can. And it seems that they worked because he's spinning out a bit. I'm not sure if his tire blew or if he just lost control there. But just in the last 5 minutes, if you just turned us on or if you looked away from the screen, this situation has intensified. You can see police there, one diving onto the ground. He carjacked somebody just a bit ago, just within the last minute. So this is a new white pickup that he is driving erratically down the road, showing no signs of stopping. Police throwing stop sticks at him, them not working because it appears that he's still going and that he just lost control a bit ago. It appears his tires are still intact. He is still able to drive at these high rates of speed. But again, this situation has intensified because somebody has now been put in imminent danger when he came face to face with them and took them out of their car and stole it. He also left his car that he was in running. You saw it go off to the side there off of the street. He didn't even bother to put it in park. So again, what just happened is that this chase that's now been going on for an hour and 20 minutes, this is the first time that we have seen him ditch his vehicle and hop into another vehicle that was being operated by somebody else. So he carjacked somebody. Add that to the list of things he's done so far. Carjacked somebody, been driving the wrong way down streets, pushing 100 miles an hour. He has hit a police cruiser at one point. We don't know the status of the officer that was in that cruiser. Again, that officer could very well be okay. But again, we just know that he has hit their police cruiser. We saw police just a bit ago trying to throw those stop sticks down. He didn't show any signs of slowing down as police were out of their vehicles, coming near his truck. So that thankfully did not end poorly, but he was going at a high rate of speed as they were outside of their truck trying to stop him. We saw one officer have to dive and roll to the ground. But again, this is a new vehicle that he is in. It looks very similar. It almost looks the exact same to the vehicle that he was in. But no, he let his vehicle go. He hopped out and he jumped into a new one. Trying to get an update on where this could be right now, because during that situation where he carjacked somebody, we kind of lost control of where he could be. But at last check, he was in Kansas City, Missouri, and this chase northbound on Blue River headed toward 435. Again, northbound on Blue River headed toward 435, excuse me, is where this chase is heading now. You can see one officer, one cruiser with their lights on, that's an SUV, following closely behind him now. This is the most police action that we've gotten to see on the screen since this chase began. Most of the police action has been kept off your screen because they've been keeping their distance. They've been following from the helicopter above, and they've been staying 50 to 100 yards back from him. But now you can see they're up close and personal because I think they've realized that this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Again, he is now in these back roads. It doesn't look like he's on a main road right now. We haven't seen much traffic, which is a good thing. And snow-covered roads again. Okay, now you can see right there. This is our first look at that front driver's tire, the driver's side tire. It's shredded. You can see the tire itself seems to be coming off the hubcap. He is spinning out when he makes those turns. So whatever they threw down, those stop sticks, that stop strip, it definitely worked because one of those tires has been punctured, which is keeping him from traveling any faster than he is right now, it seems. And if he pushes those high speed limits, my guess is that that tire will eventually come off. So this was all part of the police tactic to try to slow him down without putting more lives in danger. And here he is, he spun out, hitting some brush. That front wheel is really, and there it is, the tire is off. So the tire is off. He's now just driving on what would appear to be that hubcap. And this is in a vehicle that he carjacked from somebody. If you haven't followed along, completely understandable because this has been a very developing situation, one that's been tough to follow. But this vehicle, although it looks like the one he was originally in, is one that he carjacked from somebody. And right now, police are surrounding him. This is the closest police have gotten to him since this situation started. Now police are getting back in their vehicle because he is just pushing this as far as he can go. That car can't be going more than 5 miles an hour yet. He isn't giving up. Again, you can't see it, but the driver's side front wheel is off of that car. It also appears that the front bumper is hanging off as well. So there is some damage done to this car that it doesn't even belong to him. This was carjacked from somebody else. Blue River Road in Chestnut is where this is happening right now. Blue River Road in Chestnut, this is the slowest that we have seen him going since this began an hour and 20 minutes ago. Blue River in Chestnut is where he is at right now. The front bumper is off. The front tire on the driver's side is off. You can see him swerving, trying to control that car despite all of the implications that he's now working against. He is now at a complete stop, reversing back onto the grass. Police are exiting their vehicles. I'm trying to get a closer look at police to see if they have guns drawn, to see if they have stop sticks in their hands. It's not clear. They do have guns drawn. We're told they do have guns drawn. So right now, he is trying to gather control of this vehicle, which just isn't going to happen. I mean, he's lost a wheel. So he is taking this and pushing it to the final moments. But now the car is smoking. They have guns drawn surrounding him from the front side of that car. It's not clear right now if there are police on the back end as well, but we know that there are several police officers and cruisers on the front side of that car right now. It seems that he might even be stuck. Chestnut and Walrand is his current location. Trying to see if he's stuck. This might be police's chance to try to get up close to him because it appears that his car is having trouble navigating out of that grassy area. So take a look at your screen. This is the most police activity that we have seen. It looks to be 3 SUVs, 1 cruiser on the left side of your screen. That truck, which was carjacked, is now in the center of your screen, and he, again, is keeping this going. He's doing everything in his power he can to get that truck moving again, but as we've seen, police have thrown down the stop strips. They have punctured the tire of his driver's side front passenger wheel, the driver's side front wheel. That has been long gone, so he's now just driving on a hubcap on that side. He's lost a bumper. And in the situation we're in right now, it would be tough to imagine him coming and taking his truck elsewhere. Yep, he's out, hands up, he's on his knees. It appears this is police's chance, hands behind the back, and they've gone in. So it seems this chase that began at 10:40 has now ended with that driver laying face down in a field, hands behind his back, surrounded by multiple police officers, what appears to be SWAT team members. The police presence here is huge. And finally, it took an hour and 43 minutes from when we were first reporting that this started at 10:40 to get this man to surrender. Again, we do not know why this man led them on such a lengthy and dangerous chase. However, we do know that he put multiple lives in danger as he led them on the chase. Not only was he putting people in danger on the roadways as he went the wrong direction at high rates of speed, but he went through backyards, he went through driveways, he hit a police cruiser, and at the very end, around 11:40, that was about 20 minutes ago, he carjacked somebody. Here he is being walked to the police officer cruiser now, hands behind the back. Again, he was wearing that gray hoodie. By now, we would know if somebody else was in this truck. So clearly, nobody else was involved with this in terms of at least the chase portion. So here he is being walked to a police cruiser. Again, you can see police with their guns drawn. The man is wearing a gray hoodie, jeans, appears to be some type of boots. So this man, not sure what he's wanted for. We don't know who he is, but we do know that he led them on an hour and 23-minute long chase through multiple parts of the city. We know at one point, here's a closer look at him. This is the closest look that we've got since this began. And after all that we saw, the sporadic driving, the evasive driving, him trying to get away from police, we do have to say that aside from the carjacking, we saw this end peacefully because he got out of the car, hands up, immediately went down to the ground and put his hands on behind his back. It is not clear what happened during that carjacking, if anybody was hurt, but we can tell you that the person that he carjacked was up and standing and did seem to walk away. From what we could see from our vantage from Chopper 5, it seemed that that person was okay. Now you can see him getting put in the back of a police van, emptying his pockets right now, police searching him before they put him in there. But this ended after a lengthy and dangerous chase. It is unbelievable that after an hour and 20 minutes, he did not get in a crash with anybody on the roadways. So we can be very thankful for that. Also unbelievable that he didn't put anybody else in danger that might have been leaving their house or in their backyard, because he went through so many neighborhoods. I counted at least 5, and we didn't start breaking in with coverage of this until about 20 minutes after it happened. We know that he had been on the Country Club of Leawood golf course, that he drove through some commercial and residential areas, that there was a shopping center that he went through. He was on major highways, backyards, in wooded areas. And it seems right now he is talking with police. He is up and he's coherent. And if you're just joining us, this was a man that was originally in a white Nissan pickup. He led police on this chase, not clear what he's wanted for, but in the span of an hour and 20 minutes, he carjacked somebody, he hit a police cruiser, he drove through driveways and backyards, through people's landscaping, up over curbs, and went the wrong way down major highways, pushing at least 100 miles an hour. Police right now have arrested him. If you didn't see the arrest happen on our air, you can know that it was a peaceful arrest. He immediately got out of the truck that he carjacked because he lost control of it. His tire blew after they threw down stop strips. So he lost control after that tire blew, and after he lost a bumper, went into a grassy area, and it seemed that he got stuck in that terrain. Ellen McNamara chimed in with us a bit because she saw this chase going down from Leawood, and she mentioned that the grass is giving a lot because the snow is melting. So that speaks to why that car stopped working. Imagine, driving a car with just the hubcaps through grass like that. So that is what it took to finally get this man to stop after an hour and 20 minutes.